Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgy.
No Paz.
And this is The Pineapple Thief, who have a new album coming out very soon, October 22nd. Looks quite a lot like that. And it's called Nothing But the Truth. October 22nd, I'm guessing most places, but not until November the 12th in North America.
Weird.
Perhaps they're all on a boat, the albums, and it's just going to take a while to get there or something.
Really?
No.
3 weeks?
Yeah, don't know. Anyway, probably distribution rights and licensing and all of that malarkey. If you're not familiar with the Pineapple Thief, they have Gavin, one of the best drummers in the world, Harrison, drumming for them. Are you familiar with Gavin Harrison?
Nope.
Gavin Harrison played with Porcupine Tree, and he is a genius, without doubt, a genius drummer. Drums with Steven Wilson, a very prog kind of drummer. I'm going to go on about Gavin Harrison. Let's have a Gavin minute. The thing about Gavin Harrison, if compared to say your Mike Portnoy's and your Mike Mangini's and all of that, where it's kind of obvious how good they are, it's just in your face how good they are. He plays stuff that you think, I could do that. But you try it, you can't do that. He plays like a Swiss watch. Every stroke is at exactly the right velocity and everything is, he's like perfection when he plays the drums. Now, obviously, this is a recording that's done and for a video and everything, so it's going to be right. But if you ever see him play live, it's the same. I don't mean it's the same like he's a robot. I mean, he is that brilliant. And I have not seen this because it popped up and I thought, oh, the Pineapple Thief have got a new thing out. I really like them, so I'm completely biased. So I haven't seen this, but I'm willing to bet that Gavin Harrison will play the drum. And that's not to take away from the rest of the band, who are all brilliant musicians. But I bet when you watch this, you think, I don't really get it, until you start paying attention to it and you think, oh, hang on a minute. How'd you do that? Drummer kids out there, if you're wondering why you should bother learning your paradiddles and your flammadiddles and all of your drum rudiments, this is why. And I still haven't even seen this. I'm bigging it up massive. Find out he's not in it and it's an acoustic song.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Yes. Paz is going to go, it's all right. The Pineapple Thief, anyway, new album coming out. This is a song called Wretched Soul. All right, pop pickers. Losing my plot now. Oop. So we got both.
I've got a wretched soul. It'll turn its head and throttle you. I've got a wretched soul. It's staring at the heart of Don't waste time here or show. You are afraid. There's hell to pay. There's hell to pay. There's hell to pay. Got a wretched soul. I let it get fear or show you are afraid. This hell to pay, this hell to pay, this hell. Don't waste time here. A show fear, a show. You are afraid. This hell to pay, this hell to pay, this hell to pay. So don't waste time here. Show fear, a show. You are afraid. This hell to pay, this hell to pay, this hell to
In a minute to gather my thoughts on that one. I don't want to. Yeah, go on.
You don't want to influence things. I will. I really like it. It's one of those bands where I feel smart for listening to them. You know what I mean? You know, you listen to it and you go, I'm a better quality listener of music because I listen to the Pineapple Thief. I have that. It gives me a bit of that feeling, superiority when I listen to the Pineapple Thief. It's a bit like listening to Porcupine Tree. Somebody must have got together and made up these band names and went, let's just throw some
Random name generator.
Yeah,
Your
random
favourite
name
fruit.
generator. Yeah, without a doubt.
Occupation.
Gavin Harrison drummed on the OSI albums, except for the first one, which was Mike Portnoy.
They're really good, those.
Yes, and it's stripped back quality stuff, and not just I'm not talking about Gavin now. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that they do. It's high quality without being super flashy, you know.
Yeah, I think that's probably a fair estimate. But it's not flashy.
No.
We can tell they know what they're doing. I'll start with production. That's probably the best sounding drum kit I think I've ever heard. And
We can hire him for only 10 grand a day.
the sound of his snare is perfection. His kit sounded really good, and that bit in the middle where he does it a bit with his feet. God, that's the only time I really heard something as complex as that is what's his face from Halloween did Revelation.
Uli Kush.
Uli Kush, yes.
Kush.
Yes.
Kush.
That was a really cool bit. That the production on the guitars was odd because they weren't panned left or right. They got two guitar players, and your panning was here, unless it's these headphones. I don't think it was because I could hear other things going on. So that was a bit of an odd choice. That and it kind of mushed the two guitars together, and it lost a bit of oomph and a bit of power. So when it kicked into its main riff, it just didn't fill my head and go, yeah. It just went, oh, okay. Some of it, the vocally reminded me of Anathema, or anathema, especially
Anathema.
especially when the bass player gave his backing vocals as well. Reminded me of Judgment, and the one after that. I can't remember the day. Good Day to something, which is when I started drifting off them because they lost the sort of that metal edge.
Well, it's definitely prog rock.
On did I like the song? I found it rather bland, to be honest with you.
It's quite simple vocal line, isn't it? You know.
It was all right. If another band did that, you would go, that's all right.
Yeah, maybe. I'm definitely biased.
Yeah, as I don't know who they are, so
They've been around a long time, by the way. They didn't pop up yesterday, but I guess you can kind of feel that, can't you? Kind of see that.
oh, you can see. Oh, yeah, they know what they're doing, and it's and I get it, and I get everything all around them. I'm just looking at the song, first time listening. I don't know Pineapple Thief at all, and I thought that doesn't make me want to go and listen to any more of it.
Fair enough.
I found it a bit. It wasn't terrible. Decent. The riff was decent. The vocals didn't. Nothing screamed. This is brilliant to me.
That's the first time I've heard that.
From a song point of view. I'm not talking about any of what of musicians at all. Just from a song point of view, didn't grab me in a way that some of the that last band we just did. I thought, ooh.
And you're probably a much better benchmark than I am, because I've never heard that, but I was pre-set up to like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was kind of...
And I think if I got the album and that in context, and I think a lot of songs do benefit in context of an album, I think that'd probably be really good, because I find I always cite Paradise Lost. If you take the Paradise Lost song out of a Paradise Lost album, listen to it on its own, I find it's not as good when you listen to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this might benefit from me listening to an album.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And also, I think we've only got the pandemic to thank for this album existing, because I'm sure they put out an album last year. I'm sure it was last year, early last year, but it doesn't seem long enough for there to be another album out. Let's put it that way. But yeah, there you go. It's prog.
An interesting one, and I don't.
No, that song's not obviously prog. I just know they're a prog band.
I don't dislike this sort of. I mean, I do like OSI and Anathema and that type of stuff. But there was just not much in that song that really grabbed my attention, apart from the drum production, which was
amazing.
It's amazing, and it seemed like they spent all the time and the money on the drum production and just threw the guitars in.
Well, I think they know what they've got in Gavin Harrison, because the video kind of kept pointing itself at him.
Yeah,
it was like there's a singer and a drummer. There's some other people.
And I know
we'll show you the bass guitar every now and again.
But what they did was solid without being flash, which is what you said. But say from a song point of view, I'm strictly for the song. If someone or other band had said this is our new demo, I reckon most people go, it's all right.
Yeah,
which is what it was all right.
Fair enough. This is where I say, let me know what you think.
And the Pineapple Thief hate mob will probably start hating me.
These people are geniuses. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
I've missed the nuances in.
You listened to the wrong song.
I listened to the wrong song.
Listen to the wrong song. Listen to these 35 songs instead. We get those emails and comments. You listen to the wrong song. Listen to all of these instead. It's like, okay, we can only go off what's actually put in front of us.
Suggest one I should be listening to then.
The one I did last time, actually. Don't worry. Don't bother writing in. I'll sort him out. All right. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you soon.
See you now.
Bye-bye.